Okay, so I just got back from the conference. The conference was 5 days, and I had everything packed in here, plus this other second bag, and everything was in these two bags for the whole 5 days of the conference, and plus 1 day of arrival prior and 1 day after. So this one I already emptied, so I can't show you what was in it, but the core of the wardrobe was in this little suitcase. So right now it's dirty laundry, so it was not folded as neatly as when I left to go to the conference. And yeah, you're gonna see my dirty laundry, so I apologize for that, but I wanted to show you that it all fit in this little suitcase. So I've already emptied these two pockets. In this one I had all my makeup plus the charger for the iPad that I had with me, and in here I had my reading glasses and some business cards. So even though I've emptied them, but that's what I had in here. So this is all that I had with me. I'm gonna leave that side for after, because that's my intimates and my dirty laundry. So I had brought this with me. It's just a very thin empty bag, just in case I was coming back with extra stuff, which I did. But it's thin enough that you can just squish in case I need it. And I used it actually when I went to the pool after long days, so that I could just put in my phone and my wallet and some business cards in case I bumped into other people that were at the conference. So this was nice and very handy, and it takes absolutely no space into my little luggage. So let's see, I had a top. It's a strapless top. Then I had a sweater because the room gets chilly. Those conference rooms, they actually keep the temperature quite low. So I brought a neutral color top. So I had long sleeves so that I could put this on whenever I got chilly. So this is the one nice little top that I brought, so I could wear that on top of the little topless, not topless, the strapless top that I had there. So that's one of the tops. I had this Ziploc bag that it's not a Ziploc, but it's a makeup bag. I brought it with me in case I was going to put my makeup in here. Usually I put makeup inside Ziploc bags for traveling purposes, because you have to go through security and all this stuff. But once arrived, I wanted to put some makeup to keep in my purse with me, and I didn't want to have it in a Ziploc bag. So I brought this with me so that I could put it in my bigger bag, which I actually had I had it inside that other smaller case. So same thing for this. These are both empty, but they are in here. And here I have my little pajama pants. And here are my makeup brushes. I can wrap them in here. These are my contacts are in this little case. This is actually an extra case because my real contacts are in with my toiletries because of the water, with all the liquid, and you know, we have to keep all the liquids together. So even though this is small, I didn't want to take any chances. I keep it all together. So that was in the little Ziploc. I should probably show you what that bag is, because I haven't even unwrapped that one. So just hold on a second. Oh, I don't know where it is. Maybe I haven't unwrapped it yet. Where is my little bag? I thought I took it out. Well, I don't know where it went. Okay, well, I guess I'll find it. So anyway, this was my makeup. The rest of some of my makeup. And then I had more makeup. This is my blush. So basically I had to use every little corner of the suitcase. This is where I keep my perfume. So instead of bringing a whole bottle with me, I bought this on one of my flights, one of those duty-free catalogs. And the beauty of this is that, I think it was British Airways actually, and you can buy them online. They do have an online website where you can buy the items that they sell. You can actually buy them even if you're not flying with them. So anyway, the cool thing about this, it's got a little button at the bottom, and you take your perfume bottle, take the cap off, and you just pump it, and it fills it up with your perfume. So you don't have to carry that whole big monster bottle. Actually, oh, there you go. Sorry, I'm off screen. So yes, so I keep my perfume in here. So it's very, very tiny, and it fits in whatever little corner. And the suitcase, and it's pretty liquid proof. It doesn't spill, so it stays nice and dry. So this was a dress. We were asked to wear a red dress for, I have it inside out here, as I don't want to get all mixed up with my dirty laundry. But so we wore a red dress. The Canadian people that were at this conference wore red for the cocktail. So here I have my little red dress. And then I had one pair of black pants. And I had a pair of cream pants. And I had my flat iron for my hair. I decided to, I always like to carry my flat iron because I can both flatten my hair and curl it instead of bringing 2 items. So this saves space, just the fact to bring 1 item. And I like to bring the case with me because this one gets super, super hot. And I wanted to make sure, you can see it's all pretty burnt even on the cover. I use it as a rest for it while it's still hot on the counter because I do not want to burn the counters where I'm going. It would not be a nice thing to do, to leave burnt counters. So that's what's in there. And here's some parts of my makeup still. Like you see, I have them all squished on all over the sides here. Here is a top to go with one of the pants. And then here's a bracelet. I squished my bikini in. So this one had to, these things kind of steal a lot of room. On my way down, actually, I was wearing that, but every time you have to go through security, you have to take everything off. And on the way back, I didn't want to deal with that, so I decided to pack it. So what I did is I used it to squish my bikini top. Anyway, this is just the top, not the full thing. It was in here. So that's that. I'm not even sure what's in here, but probably more toiletries or something. Oh no, these are personal things, but there's stuff in here. My razor for shaving my legs. And then here I keep all my jewelry. So there's quite a bit of stuff here. There's earrings, there's necklaces and anklets and all kinds of stuff. So it doesn't take a lot of room. I apologize, I keep looking at what I'm doing and I get off screen. So anyway, so this is where I keep the jewelry. And, well, one of my dental floss for travel. It's nice and tiny. And let's see, what have I got here? This is a top. I have it in here inside out as well. And I wore this with my cream pants, so it matches that. You can see. So I had this top. And I have my business cards squished whichever way I can possibly squeeze in there. And there's a lot of them. I think I brought like 500 cards with me, so I came back with this many back. There's probably maybe what, 150 here, 200, something like that. So next time I won't bring as many. So I'll have lightweight. My pajama top, I sleep with this lightweight thing, so that worked for me, but this is padded, so it actually takes room. So a top, like a t-shirt or something would probably take just as much space. And then I had my bathing suit cover up, so when I would go to the pool, I would have something to cover up with. So it was a little strapless little dress, so you're not walking around the hotel with the towel wrapped around you. It doesn't look very nice. And this really doesn't take hardly any space, especially when you fold it neatly and nicely and squish out as much as you can. So here is another top. As you can see, there's quite a lot in here. So I can zip this up because so you can see. So I actually wore this one with my black pants and my black blazer. So I did have a blazer with me, but I carried it with me in my arm and I actually wore it on the plane when it got chilly. So, you know, I still had a blazer. So anyway, so this was one top, another top. And then I had a dress with me. Of course, I had these folded differently when I was on my way down because I didn't want them as wrinkled. Now everything is dirty, so I'm just taking them out of the luggage. But I had the same amount of stuff going down. Actually, coming back, I had a little bit more because I had a binder that I bought, which was right on the top of everything, and you guys didn't see that. So here is another dress, full dress. Okay, so this was a little heavier, a little thicker in fabric, but still was able to squish it right in there. And as you can see, right now it's all wrinkled. It was not this wrinkled, but when I did go down, the first thing I did is as soon as I got in the hotel room, I hung everything right away, and then I turned on the hot water, and I hang them on the shower rod, and then turn on the hot water, and as it turned out, the hot water was broken. So I had to wait 24 hours for them to fix it, but once it was fixed, I steamed out the bathroom and everything went nice and flat, and it looks like it was all freshly pressed. So here is my pressed powder, so more makeup coming out. My more pressed powder, just in a different shade. So as you can see, I have more than one thing. Here's my bikini bottom. And here is a blouse that I had with me. And if you go on my Facebook page, you probably see some of the pictures that I took at the conference, and you can actually see that I was wearing these things. So here is an actual blouse that I was wearing as well. So you see, I brought lots of stuff with me. And then here's another pair of pants. These are gray. And I wore everything except for a couple tops. So I actually ended up not even wearing everything I had with me. So here's another pair of pants. And here is a tank top. So I actually never managed to wear this one, but I brought it with me in case I wanted to wear underneath my my blazer, but I did not, so I never used this one. And I had a few more of those, like little camisoles. So I had a white one, a black one, and I thought I had a gray one, but I probably didn't. So pantyhose. Actually, these are like the knee highs to wear underneath the pants, but it was so warm that I actually ended up not wearing them. So I wore the shoes without. I had another razor. I don't know why I brought two, but I did. And here was a t-shirt that I wore on my way down, so that's pretty filthy. So it needs to go and wash. And my makeup sponges. And let's see, what else do we have? I have my workout pants. There's a gym there, although I never used it. But I did bring my workout pants, so here are my little yoga pants. And then here, oh, here's the other tank top that I was talking about, so the camisole, which I did not, I brought those in case it would get really cold, so that I could put them underneath my clothes in case it was too chilly in the room. Okay, so I actually brought one of those masks for sleeping, but I didn't need to use it either, so that was that. And I don't know, oh, I used the tissue to put at the bottom of the shoes so that it wouldn't get the dirt at the bottom of the shoes into the clothes. So that's why this tissue is here. And let's see, and then I stuffed my shoes, as you can see. So I had brought socks with me because I didn't want to walk barefoot in the hotel room on the carpet, and I thought it might be cold. But as it turned out, I never wore these either. Yeah, I brought like almost one pair per day. But anyway, I ended up not wearing them. I was wearing my flip-flops, which unfortunately broke on day 4. But here, I even had socks with me and more pantyhose, which I wore. So, and then this is something actually one of the attendees at the conference gave me. It's like a promotional item. It looks like lips, and it actually is a bag, which is kind of cool. So there's a bag in here. So I did not have this on the way down. I brought this on the way back because it was given to me. So I'll give her a little plug because I thought it was really nice of her to give me this. So there you go. If you want promotional items, Annuncio is the company that makes these. Kind of cute. She's got little lips hanging on the side underneath the eyes. So that's that. And I actually brought a second bikini, believe it or not. So if you thought, oh yeah, she's got one tiny bikini, I actually brought 2, which would make up for one regular bathing suit as far as space is concerned. So, and the reason I brought 2 is in case one was wet when I wanted to go back on the pool. I don't like putting wet clothes on. So I brought a second one, but I actually never used the second one. So here are my shoes. As you can see, they're quite bulky, but you use the space creatively. and you saw how much I had packed in these two shoes. So they didn't really steal any space from the case. And here looks pretty dark, but there actually is a full dress down here. It's a black dress. And this is the Maggie dress. Now it's hard to show you what this looks like this, but it's basically one big main large piece. And then it has three other pieces actually. And you can configure this dress in a million different ways. So I only wore this one day, and I do have a photo of when I wore this, and it's the photo where, if you go on Facebook, it's the photo, or on Twitter, I took a photo with Mr. Knowles, Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's dad, and this is the dress I was wearing. So this is the bulk of the case, and here's some little promotional item that they were giving there from one of the booths. It's a screen cleaner for your phone. So I actually think comes out, yeah. So it's got this little fun felt type thing that you just rub it on the phone, and it works. I actually tested, and it works really well. So that's that. Now going into the pocket, and hopefully you don't get too embarrassed here. Let's see, what have we got? I brought fashion tape with me because it was the first time I was wearing that Maggie dress, that dress that configures a million ways, and I thought, you never know, I might need to use some fashion tape to stick the fabric to the body, and I actually did not need to use this at all. The dress is fantastic, so it stayed all on its own without needing any extra help, so I could have saved myself the extra little spot there. We were told to bring red flowers to either wear on our hair or with our clothes, so that's why I have these two flowers with me. And it's my dirty underwear. I had a comb with me, and here are my flip-flops, which broke, unfortunately. But I did have flip-flops with me. Yeah, this one broke. Well, it's kind of my fault, because what I did is I started skipping. And I do things like that. I know, kind of strange. And as I was skipping, maybe I put a bit too much stress on this. And there you go, my little flip-flop broke. But I am bringing it back, and I'm hoping that they will exchange it for me. So, because I really like these shoes. And here's a whole bunch of dirty underwear, which I'm not going to show you, but they're all in here. And you can probably see. So this is all dirty underwear. And then I had more pantyhose, which I ended up not using, so they're still in their package. And I have hairpins, safety pins, hair elastics, and a whole bunch of bracelets over here. And I even brought a travel scissor, which has a flat point, because if you go on the plane and with your carry-on, you cannot bring regular scissors with you. So, and these came really handy for cutting off the bracelets, because at the conference you can sign up for additional activities. So every day you get a different color bracelet, and when they stick on, they're so hard to tear off. They don't come off. So this came in so handy. I used it to cut those right off, and it saved me from ripping my wrists off my arms. So that's it. So that's pretty much the bulk of everything. And in the other one, I had the other pair of shoes before I broke my flip-flops. And oh, here's the, okay. And this is where I had my toiletries, my deodorant, my solution for my eye contacts, hand cream, foundation, anything that was liquid, eye drops. Here's my actual eye contacts, my lipstick, all kinds of stuff. So all my liquids were in this little bag, so I carried it in here. And because I brought extra flowers in case other people needed them, I took these ones with me for myself, which were given to me by a dear student who made them lovingly for me. So I didn't have room for these inside the suitcases, so what I did is when I had them, when everything was packed, I just clipped them on the outside like this, on the outside of the bag. And everybody was commenting on my roses, saying what a clever way of identifying your bag if you leave it unattended temporarily. I suggest to never leave anything unattended. But yes, they look quite pretty. They look like they're part of the suitcase, and I didn't have to put them on my head while I was traveling. So yeah, it worked out really nicely. And I did have a lot more in here, and actually, you know what, I'm going to show you exactly what I had, because I have them right in front of me. So I'm going to reach, as I piled them all in one big pile. And this is all that I had in this smaller bag. I ended up buying a book, and I had a notebook that was given to me from one of the vendors in the booths. I had my hairbrush, I had a highlighter, a Sharpie pen, I had my iPad. This is the conference program, and then I have my folder that I brought down with me, and then I bought this program, so it came with a big binder and a whole bunch of stuff inside. So as you can see, oh, and I had my bag, my purse, which I already put away, was inside this thing. It's a large purse, so I had it inside. But inside that, I also had a wallet purse that you can use both as a wallet and as a purse. I'm actually going to show you that, so just give me 1 second. So this is my wallet purse. It's big enough to fit your phone, your wallets, your change, business cards, and you can use it on its own if you want something lightweight. And when you're using your bigger purse, because you need to bring additional items with you, then I can just take the strap off, and then it becomes a wallet, and I fit it right into the purse. So that's it. As you can see, I also had this with me in case I got a stain in my clothes. So this is Tide to Go. It's one of those stain removers in case you get something on your clothes without having to bring them to the dry cleaners and panic, because now you don't have an extra change of clothes. So that's it. So I hope this helps, and I might make a video on how I put it all in. Right now I'm just showing you how the after. So kind of going in reverse, but I just wanted to show you that you can have a full wardrobe. I had, like you could see, I had 3 dresses. I had the red dress, the green dress, the black dress. I had 3 pairs of pants, the black, the cream, and the gray. I wore jeans when I went on my way down, and I wore the same pair of jeans on my way back up. So I only wore the jeans 2 days, going down and coming back up. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? I think that's all I can think of right now. But if you guys have any questions, you can contact me, and I can give you some tips. So I'm not an expert. I've just been learning along the ways. I used to pack with these big monster suitcases that I couldn't even lift, and half the time I would end up going through the airports, making connections, or just going through checkpoints, and then you find you have this big flight of stairs that didn't have escalators, and I would have to carry these. Oh, just totally hate it. So I've learned, and then I would lose my, the luggage would get lost or get delayed, and I wanted my clothes right away. So I've learned to minimize each time of travel. And I'm learning even this time. I've learned that there's still a few things that I don't need to bring with me. So it's an ongoing learning experience. I hope this has helped you, and I hope to see you next time soon for more advice. Have a great day. Bye.